Welcome to the third installment of our 2024 Spain vacation vlog. This time we are in Malaga, in the Andalusia region of Spain, right on the Mediterranean. We begin with our drive into the city, getting that beach town feel, and of course, our first impressions of our Airbnb, right in the heart of the Central Historical District. Nice unit from a stove and a washer. Refrigerator. Okay, comfortable. And a nice bath where you can shower and not sprinkle water all over the place.
You can just cut and paste.
Oh, here's the Roman theater.
What's that?
Malaga's Roman theater lies at the foot of the Alcazaba fortress in the western part of the city. Discovered in 1951, after having remained buried underground for many centuries, it dates back to the 1st century, built during the Empire of Augustus and used until the 3rd century AD. The Arabs used part of the theater for their own building purposes, taking capitals and column shafts for their own fortress.
The next morning.
So, good morning. This is Wednesday, May 8th, and today we have a few activities here and there, but mainly just going around looking at the sites. So far, this is the nicest Airbnb we've been to on this trip. It's got this little window, like a breakfast nook, that's jutting out, and you have a view of the street downstairs. Okay, we'll keep you updated. It was a perfect day for a bike ride. Highs were going to be around 65 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy during our activity. We were assigned our choice of step-through or mountain bike style e-bikes. They weren't top-of-the-line models, but good enough to tour the city. We biked through mostly bicycle paths on the route. Our first stop was the Marqués de Larios, where our guide gave us a background of the city of Malaga, its history and current culture of celebration. Next, we headed to the Calle Alcazabillas, the plaza we explored the day before, where we were given more information about the Roman theater and the Alcazaba. We are at a pause from the bike ride because this is full of pedestrians over here. They've let us wander around, but we were here yesterday. Interesting fact, we learned from the tour guide, a lot of the businesses here are owned by Antonio Banderas. I guess he's from here, chosen to invest a lot in the town. He owns the most famous restaurant here called El Bimpi. After this short break, we proceeded on the uphill climb to the viewpoint, past the Alcazaba or fortress, up to the viewpoint, or the Mirador de Gibralfaro, where more information about the city and its surrounding areas was given. This part of the ride was where the E in eBike was worth it. At least it prevented you from using up too much energy for the day. From that viewpoint, you can actually see Morocco, a mere 5-hour boat ride from the city. So we are at the top of this viewpoint. This is the hill that faces the ocean. Over there, the e-bike all the way up here. So it wasn't too difficult. From there, we pedaled through more city streets, always in the bike lane of course, and made a stop at the Toros Stadium, where we learned that it's mostly an exhibition place now, as the current generation does not approve of the whole sport of bullfighting. So there are only a few places in Spain where they continue to do it year-round. The last leg of our bike tour was the ride through the beach, passing by several seafood restaurants or chiringuitos along the way. We learned that locals don't actually eat the regular Spanish food tourists seek out, such as tapas or cochinillos or paellas. Malagueños' favorite dish is something called espetos, and so that was something we had to have later on that evening. So we made our way back to the bike store, passing through the same city street bike lanes that we had come through. Now, Europe is so bike-friendly, and must-see sites in these cities are usually bike accessible that we always like to do bicycle tours every time we visit a European city. We did it in Brussels and in Paris, and we had another one scheduled for Madrid. Bikes allow you to explore more of a city in less time. We recommend that this activity be done at the beginning of your visit to any European city, so that you get the lay of the land, familiarize yourself with distances, and then you can decide later on to further explore the sites. After our e-bike tour, we proceeded to walk around the famous Marqués de Larios, which is the city's main tourist and shopping area. Honestly, this whole city center is small enough that everything is walking distance from where we were staying, including the Mercado Central de Atarazanas, where we had our lunch, feasting on fresh grilled seafood. A search for a post-lunch coffee followed soon after, while window shopping, of course, and we eventually ended up at Starbucks. The Cathedral of Malaga, or the Santa Iglesia Catedral Basilica de la Encarnacion, was constructed between 1528 and 1782 and is constructed in the Renaissance style. There is a minimal entrance fee. If I remember correctly, it was about 8 euros, but it included this phone-like device that allows you to listen to a short narrative of all the sections of the church. Each section is keyed off of a number. I appreciated this little bonus device because you didn't need a tour guide to explain the historical significance of each of the mini chapels, the sculptures, and the artwork all over the building. What I took away from all that was that the cathedral's social and historical importance was because of what it stood for, the central doctrine of Christianity, without which the religion would not have been founded, the incarnation of Jesus Christ from deity to human flesh. As with all the cathedrals we visited so far, this one is also impressive in its construction, its inspiration, and aesthetics. It's hard to imagine how the country, or the world for that matter, would have been without the inspiration brought about by religion throughout the centuries. So right before dinner that day, we decided to venture up to one of the chiringuitos along the beach. We had been advised not to go to the ones close to the tourist areas for obvious reasons. So we drove out hoping to find an authentic, low-cost spot and ended up doing a lot of walking along the beach. So we are currently on the outskirts of Malaga in search of a unique chiringuito called El Tintero. We are going to one that's recommended by the tour guide. Supposed to be better, local, cheaper, authentic, etc. 1.5 kilometers away from here. We finally found that chiringuito we were looking for, right beside the beach. After our chiringuito appetizer adventure, it was time to head back to town for a birthday dinner for my dad. Our Airbnb host recommended the restaurant right in front of our unit, Lo Bueno, for some good steak. Okay, today is Papa's birthday. This is birthday dinner, birthday toast. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Well, that was it for Malaga. The next day, we were off to another city and more adventures. So stay tuned for the next video, coming soon. Thanks again for watching.